James Bond, the world famous secret agent.
So they should have had all of them on there, not just him.
The legendary hitman who did the impossible. Whether they fly solo or operate on behalf of the government, the world is filled with professional killers.
What do you mean they operate on half of the government? John Wick don't do that.
Super Assassins is packing parabellum, and which one will live to die another day? He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick, and it's our job to analyze their.
Before we get into it, who you got your money on? I'm leaning towards James Bond. I mean, I love John Wick, but James Bond got those gadgets and the cars and all that stuff.
I mean, that's if you even do the gadgets thing, because like all the same ones.
True,
even
but
gadgets.
True, but it's James Bond. You know they're gonna throw gadgets in there somewhere.
Okay, I'll say it like this: all the gadgets that James Bond has had have been better with like car fights. They haven't been better in the fight.
Oh yeah, hand to hand type, yeah.
And also, I would think that depending on how much content they use, because I haven't went back and seen all of the James Bond shit. John Wick is competent in a lot of weapons, not just guns, and he does a lot of hand-to-hand shit. Yeah. I think James Bond, he's only competent in fencing and shooting guns. That's it.
Yeah.
So, and he misses. It's not like he's accurate all the time.
You're right.
He misses. So, I kind of want to get my money on John.
Oh yeah, we'll see.
Weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win.
Either way, I hope it's a great fight.
Yeah. I mean, my favorite is James Bond, but John Wick just hits him.
The edge of outer space. No man has saved the world more times than Bond. James Bond. He's the only action hero.
I will say I love that about the old movies. They didn't give no fucks. Octopussy, Pussy Galore, you know, like they all had those weird female pun names. Loved it.
Just in time for World War II. He rose through
Xena on the top.
And when you find the thing you're good at, in his case wanting murder, never do it for free. So, after the war, James decided on Her Majesty's Secret Service and became a special agent of MI6. And they were so impressed, he was given his first 2 state-sanctioned assassinations. With this baptism in blood, Bond was granted the legendary 00 status and a license to kill with impunity. As the premier defender of the West, Agent 007 is a jack of all trades when it comes to kicking commie ass and terrorist ass. Everyone's ass for the past 60 years. From the novels to the movies to the comics and games, he's been rebooted tons of times, but they're all still.
Oh, that looks bad.
Bond is a master of infiltration.
Pause it. Pause it. I just thought about something. If they do the video game lore, because he has a lot more gadgets in video game lore.
Golden gun.
They got the golden gun, which is one-shot kill, and then they also have a laser. I think a laser or something like that comes out of your watch.
Yeah, that was in the '90s movie. Yeah.
Ooh.
I think that was actually in GoldenEye, if I remember it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I need to hear what they're gonna say before I give my
okay.
Airplane pilot, swordsman, knife fighter, knife thrower, people thrower, and deadliest of all, gamer. Carries his classic BK, among the world's first successful double-action semi-automatic pistols. While it only carries 9 rounds, its small size makes it optimal for concealment. And a microdermal sensor in the grip coded to Bond's fingerprint means only he can fire it. It even comes with unique ammo that breaks apart upon entry and creates 8 exit wounds.
Damn.
Traveling like a bullet, but hitting like a shotgun. Especially deadly considering Bond has the golden eye of an expert.
There you go.
Able to take out a room of armor.
Oh no, wait, that ain't that.
Or shoot the fuel tank of a helicopter from a speeding boat a quarter of a mile away. He's just
bullshit, but okay.
Bond combines multiple martial arts like
sometimes we gotta smack her, bro.
He has a lot of different martial arts.
Likely the Welsh system known as 𝐿, which is taught by the modern Special Air Service. Though that all pales in comparison to his greatest ability.
The marital arts.
More like a superpower. Look, we're not kidding. He once seduced a female assassin sent to kill him so thoroughly, she threw herself in front of the bullet.
Damn.
She knew him in less than 2 minutes.
Damn, son. 2 minutes? That's how good your D game is? Like.
So why not follow that impulse and give him some superhero gadgets too? Developed by MI6's resident quartermaster, Q, Bond's spy gadgetry often complements his knack for problem solving and quick thinking. He's got a pen that'll explode after 3 clicks and disarm after a 4th, an Omega Seamaster watch that can shoot a laser beam, a cigarette that fires a miniature rocket, and C4 toothpaste that can be remotely detonated.
Boy.
Especially if you're a compulsive clicker.
Yeah, you know all of that's gonna be in their little battle though. Otherwise they wouldn't mention it.
He also occasionally wears a lightweight bulletproof vest, as well as a garrote wire for quiet kills and a grappling hook hidden within his belt buckle. That's only the semi-normal shit. He's carried earbuds that give him super hearing, X-ray shades, ultrasonic cufflink grenades, a stun gas keychain, a cell phone taser, exploding remote-controlled drones, a nanosuit that turns him completely.
John Wick just got some guns and some coins.
Go back.
Controlled drones, a
Pause it.
nanosuit.
Bruh, I told you, if they ever do the games, it's gonna be way more shit than whatever he has in like Walter PPK, sniper rifles, rocket launcher, knives, grenades, shotguns, machine guns, revolvers. So basically the same stuff that John Wick has. Attaché case, laser watch, exploding pen, bell rocket belt, ultrasonic cufflinks, wrist-mounted dart gun, echolocation earbuds, X-ray smartphone, Aston Martin G85. Bro, dog, that's so much. That's so much shit. Like the invisible part alone.
Yeah. It's almost overpowering because John Wick is just the guy who can shoot guns real good and drive muscle cars. Technically, it's like, you know.
And he don't even have half of a lore that keeps up with any of that stuff. Like he just started. He's just 4 movies in. These motherfuckers got 70-something movies and games and comics.
Yeah, John Wick just has 3 movies and a couple comics explaining some backstory.
Oh, all right. You keep going.
That turns him completely and a frigging jetpack. You've got to have a hell.
That slow ass jetpack.
It's off a crazy Scott riding one of those. But his greatest weapon is the one, the only, his dick. I thought we were still talking about him. Never mind. This absolute beauty isn't just good looks. She's packing front-mounted machine guns.
I remember I wanted to Aston Martin so bad too.
The ejector seat. Good luck trying to break in. This baby is insanely bulletproof.
So John Wick can't get into a car fight with him. I mean, it's like.
Still going. Still going.
That's what I didn't like. It's like that's a lot of damn holes for it to still.
And he got the one that go underwater and everything. Like, come on.
And a remote control built into Bond's phone. God, just look at him, living his best life. And trotting ladies man with the UK Treasury as his personal credit card. He's got the world in the palm of his hand. But for some, the world is not enough. Though Bond's iterations may vary, one thing remains throughout. Behind that debonair British wit,
Man, you don't want to fuck with him.
Soulless shell. A man only good for killing. I guess it's no.
That's one thing I'm glad that the new movies and Pierce Brosnan, you know, made well. Or it came across well.
Now, James wasn't always like this. Not long after getting his 00, he found love, and loved so much, he left the Secret Service behind. But there are some lives you can't escape, and some lives you can't save, no matter how hard you try. Sometimes all that's left is to kill the love inside you until all that matters is revenge. There's no denying Bond's psychopathic tendencies. He's killed hundreds of enemy combatants over his career and might just enjoy the act of torture. But what makes me respect him is he never forgets a pun afterward. All that hate and regret wrapped up into one man with nothing to live for. The perfect assassin for a dying empire. Bond is strong enough to hold his own against superhuman henchmen like Oddjob and Jaws.
Damn it.
Overcame a lobotomy with the power of love. I think that was when remember the one guy drilled the part into his brain that was gonna make him forget the girl or whatever, and it just magically didn't work.
Solo skydiver's parachute mid-drop, often knocks out henchmen in one punch, crushed a man's skull in flip-flops.
Wearing flip flops, or did he crush a man's skull with flip flops?
Yeah, did the man who he killed, was he wearing flip flops?
Yeah, that's a weird typo.
Dodge the Solex agitator laser arm.
So he's faster than light.
13 G's without passing out. Tortured in North Korea for 14 months. Defeated Lashif, Red Grant. So it means just beat a bunch of motherfuckers every day.
Yeah, beat bad guys in his movies.
Hundreds of feet into a river and having his eggs.
Love that scene.
Fast enough to dodge gunfire nearly point blank. And
God dang it!
While in free fall, and still shoot people. This is the hero shit we were talking about.
Time again, he's outsmarted criminal masterminds like Dr. No, Goldfinger, and Scaramanga, the man with the golden gun. He's even bested the worst of them all, his arch nemesis, the international terrorist, Blofeld.
In 2 different timelines, no less. And plot twist, in the second, Blofeld was Bond's
Yep, the scene I was talking about.
adopted brother. Which, if I recall correctly, also happened in Austin Powers. But that's why we love the old Scottish so-and-so. Who else could escape a giant space laser by kite surfing on a...
Oh, that's what they meant. Okay.
What can we say about 007? He's got the best job in the business, and nobody does it better.
This episode of Death Metal is sponsored by...
So I'll say this. Did you know that there is a fan theory that me and my friends made up about James Bond that no one knows about?
All right, what is it?
The reason why there are so many James Bond, there isn't one James Bond. There have been many James Bonds over the decades. There's a reason for that.
Okay.
James Bond is actually not the name. It's the title. 007, even though 007 is supposed to be his title, James Bond, the name, is also
so it's like title. A code. So it's a code name, kind of, where one dies and they get another one to take his place.
Yeah, no, they don't get another one to take his place. They swap out the brains from the original James Bond and put them into every single James Bond.
That's fucked up.
That's why you have the same dude always say his name the same way. That's why he's always
same mannerisms and
fighting skills. That's why Q is always a different person, because he knows who Q is, but Q is also,
the same way.
Different iteration of Q. It's not the same dude, right? There's always been different Qs over the years. And James Bond has always been the same person because they swap brains every time the James Bond dies. They take it, put it into the next person that becomes James Bond.
Unless he gets shot in the head or something.
Unless he gets shot in the head, which he never does.
That's creepy. Makes sense.
It's creepy, but it makes sense. Yeah.
You ever just screw up, like really badly? Like the worst mistake ever. So bad.
I just rewatched all these movies like last week.
Yes. Let's lay out a hypothetical. You see a car that you like, but its owner won't sell. So you follow him home
based on a dog die.
Steal his and kill his dog.
The dog his beloved wife gifted him after she died very recently. So yeah, pretty big mistake.
And this man, well, he just happens to be the single deadliest assassin in the entire world.
He may be called Baba Yaga, but he's not the boogeyman. He's the one you sent to kill the goddamn boogeyman, John Wick. So yeah,
I got a lot of such a dope ass line.
It is.
Is almost non-existent, but rumor has it he was trained by the Rouska-Roma crime syndicate from a young age before moving to America.
Sigma male.
Scare the living daylights out of even the most hardened murderers.
Wick is a master martial artist, combining several schools into an all-purpose fighting style that focuses on maximum efficiency with minimal effort.
Almost no one who has fought him directly has lived to tell the tale. So which specific forms he practices are for his eyes only. So why don't we look at the martial arts used to prepare for the movies by everyone's favorite immortal, Keanu Reeves.
Combine Sambo, Aikido, Judo, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for defensive joint locks, throws, and wrestling moves to avoid as much damage to himself as possible while using his opponent's own weight against them.
Though his go-to is Krav Maga, which is designed to take all the best moves from various martial arts to make the
I used to watch that all the time.
Arts are designed with other purposes in mind, like exercise, Krav Maga's entire goal is
beating the other opponent.
And boy, if that isn't Wick to a T. In his hands, literally anything can be a deadly weapon. Knives, swords, books, his belt. Shit, he once took out 3 guys with a pencil.
You know, I read the book that was loosely based on.
John's precise understanding of the human body.
Book character was nothing like John Wick.
But thanks to the Continental, he doesn't have to rely on writing utensils to execute his victims.
Imagine a chain of hotels around the world that serve as a front for a whole underground society of assassins.
I need to watch the rest of these movies.
The wine steward's robust selection.
Pistols.
Have you seen all 3 of the movies so far? Yeah, you need to watch them, man. They're good.
Seen the first 2.
Framed semi-automatic handgun that holds 15 rounds of 9x19 parabellum,
which he wields like an
it's a Taurus something. I think for the second and third movies, they were the ones who not marketed, but they used their products in the movie when it comes to the guns.
Almost never missing a shot, and that includes on horseback and motorcycle back. If he's
38, I think that's the gun that I had. No, that's not the Mosquito, is it?
And he comes literally dressed to kill with his perfectly tailored, tactically lined suit jacket that is completely bulletproof. Even repeated gunshots from close range do nothing to him.
You don't know about that.
Him blend into the shadows for some sick stealth kills, and even disappear in plain sight like the goddamn Batman.
Wick
yeah. Yeah, I think he did that because he did that on him.
Reaper who hunted their enemies with divine prejudice.
But maybe this angel of death was more human than we first thought. After years of being a badass, Wick wanted out of the mob to get married to the love of his life and retire. Wow, I wonder how that first date conversation went. Man, she must have really fallen for him. I guess he put the ass in assassin.
So his boss gave him an impossible task. He could leave if he wiped out every last one of the mob's enemies in a single night. Which he did, because human or no, he's still John Wick.
And he lived happily ever after. Well, until his former boss's snot-nosed son screwed up. Like, really badly. Great job, Theo.
Oh, so this leads into book 1. I mean, into movie 1.
The opportunity to grieve unalone, his last tether to a happy life. So Wick was back with a vengeance, prepared to kill every last person that got in his way until the whole of New York's criminal underworld had been razed by his bloody crusade. Over the course of the 3 movies, which span only about 2 weeks, Wick left over 300 bodies in his wake.
300. Running into him is like seeing the sky fall. You're going to
Holy dude, you hold on, man. You killed a motherfucker with a horse.
Yes, he did.
I'm sorry. This motherfucker killed a dude with a horse, dog. Like, come on, man. That was in the 3rd movie?
Second movie, I think, maybe. Could be wrong, but okay, if it wasn't in the second one, it was in the 3rd one, yeah.
I mean, got revenge for his dog. Did he? Did he though? Because he's still killing people, ain't he? For that fucking dog?
No. What it was in the first movie, he was killing people for the dog.
About the dog. Yeah, but then after that, because that led into more killings and shit.
Oh yeah.
It's just all this over damn dog. Cut off his own finger with him. Wait, he cut off his own finger?
Yeah, that's in the 3rd movie. You know, the whole Assassin's Creed finger thing.
I didn't watch that shit. Performed surgery on himself. Expert in several forms of martial arts. Survived getting shot and falling off of the company in the hotel. Yeah, this motherfucker ain't got nearly as much shit as James Bond got.
No.
Blown up, mutilated, and knocked off of a 10-story building. All within a fortnight.
Oh, and somewhere in there he found the energy to trek through the Saharan desert. And it's not like his injuries from the previous movie had time to heal, or the ones from the movie before that.
We cannot emphasize this enough. John Wick is unstoppable.
He's strong enough to toss around full-grown men, snap bone, and body slam 2 assassins through a bulletproof glass floor.
Yeah, I mean shit.
His former Tarasov employers, the Neapolitan crime family, Camorra, and fended off an international army of assassins attacking him at random, one after the other, every few minutes.
Even after being declared excommunicado by the Continental, bereft of his former resources, he killed every last soldier sent after him by the High Table.
With barely a quantum of solace to rest.
This motherfucker did some axe throwing.
Unstoppable. Outgunned, outmanned, it doesn't matter. John Wick lost everything in the world that meant anything to him, and that means he won't stop killing until there's no one left, or he dies trying. And good freaking luck with that.
Okay, so there's two things. Two. That was it, bro. Fuck it. Never mind. James Bond all the way. Also, just because you break bones, it's really easy to break people's bones. Like, that's not that difficult. Like, they say it's like, oh, they're stronger than steel. If you use the proper leverage, which a lot of that martial arts shit does, it breaks bones really fucking easy and dislocates shit really easy.
Yeah, a couple pounds of pressure, if that.
Yeah. Second thing, fucking, they would probably talk about how he threw somebody through a bulletproof glass, which that's not realistic because that glass shattered like it's not bulletproof.
Because it wasn't bulletproof in real life.
I think if it was bulletproof, it would like break in half or something like that, or like crush. But
it's not going to shatter. No.
Yeah. So they'll probably end up saying that about some kind of strength or something like that, like the amount of strength it would take to break bone and like.
Throw somebody that would break glass, so you can say, "Oh, he has that." It's like, no, that's not how that works. But okay.
But then you got all these different gadgets. He can easily disappear into shadows. Cool. This motherfucker can go completely invisible.
He has X-ray goggles, so it's like he can just still see where you are. You know, it's like X-ray
goggles. He's completely invisible. He has ultrasonic location, so now he can see where you are. Can't see you. He has all these different fucking devices, and then he has that's right. The thing that fucking beats everything in these fucking death battles. He's faster than light.
And he has the invincible car, so if he gets in the car, you can't kill him.
That's the only thing I don't like about this shit. It's like, if you don't put both of these together, to make it more fair, if you only have the movies to go off of for this character, then you should only use the movies for this character. But that's just me being a bitch again.
What it should be, instead of James Bond, John Wick should be fighting Agent 47. That would make more sense.
It would make total sense. Agent 47.
Guns, martial arts, just your skills and doing stuff, no gadgets.
Yeah. International spy shit, not so much.
They're two assassins. There you go.
Yeah.
Both trained since young age, and in Agent 47's case, since birth.
I wholeheartedly agree with that because neither one of them use gadgets like what's his face? Yes,
makes more sense. Well, let's see.
It's no time to die for a death battle.
Is not one to be taken lightly. Be careful, 007. And
breaking the rule already. Can't fight in the Continental.
Touching Q. Vodka martini, shaken, not stirred. What can I get you, mate? Drinks are on me.
I prefer to be alone.
I never heard him say mate.
I wasn't asking, Baba Yaga. Now you can come with me, or we can do this here.
Killing isn't permitted on company grounds.
Lucky me. Seems you've got me at a disadvantage. You won't mind giving a dead man walking one last smoke?
What does MI6 want with me?
Your reputation precedes you. I'll be sure to keep up.
No, you won't.
I was about to say, did he hit him with that laser?
Wait.
You want me to take it back, or
Yeah. So what part in here did they say that fucking John Wick can dodge lasers? When they say that shit, or did they conveniently hold that from us?
I'm assuming he knocked his hand away, but that's not how it looked. It looked like he shot him with the laser. And the
laser came out first. That's like the whole thing. Who shot first, Han Solo or the fucking no? My laser came out dead first.
But you know, visualizations don't mean anything. It's the data that matters. So took that man spin. Up 2 clicks. You get to 3rd. There go to 3rd.
Oh, there's a 4th, 5th.
To be entirely honest, I lost count.
5 clicks.
The remote control car.
Oh yeah.
Good luck, Mr. Wick. Ain't nothing you got can stop that car.
Oh, the body armor. Or he can do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think fighting wise, John Wick probably has it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Wick would be all messed up right there. Ah, that's cool. That's cool. That was nice. Damn. Oh, he got the gun that hits like a shotgun. Yep. He'd already be dead.
See, that's the thing. He's unstoppable, remember?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Gadgets, dog.
Yeah.
He didn't even use the invisibility, so that's the other thing.
Yeah, he didn't use half the shit. Unless the fight ain't over.
Positively smashing.
Oh,
yeah, it's probably over.
007.
Yeah.
KO! I never thought Wick could lose, but I guess I'll never say never.
I did all that bullshit that gave James Bond dog.
Mm-hmm.
Against James Bond.
He didn't even use the half of it.
You mean once, right?
I know what I said.
Well, despite all that, Wick met his match in Agent 007.
And match is the optimal word here. Wick may have been an expert martial artist, but Bond has actually practiced several of the same styles Wick has, and has been shown to be just as skilled a fighter, even defeating master martial artists himself.
Wick's ability to shatter a floor of bulletproof glass definitely makes him superhumanly strong, but
Dude, that was gonna come up.
off similarly powerful henchmen in the past.
And while Wick's speed and accuracy with the gun may look unbeatable, Bond's is just as impressive.
He's landed accurate shots just as well as Wick ever has, but more importantly, he has a faster quick draw.
That's right, despite being played by Neo himself, Wick has never dodged bullets. Bond, on the other hand, has, and that superior speed gave him an edge in both close-quarter combat and on the draw.
Well, he already said he dodges light.
Wasn't gonna be alone, and that's where Bond held his biggest advantage, his gadgets.
There was no way Wick would see an exploding pen or a laser watch coming, and that's the whole point of Bond's gadgets. They're seemingly normal, everyday objects that'll take his enemy by surprise.
Damn. That was cool. Gave that man a fake Batman backhand.
Like the invisible nanosuit and remote-controlled explosive drones.
Wick's endurance might be mind-blowing, but he isn't invincible.
He can keep fighting even on death's door, but the deadliness of Bond's trick weapons would not have given him that option.
Diamonds are forever, but against someone just as skilled with an arsenal straight out of science fiction, Wick's luck definitely wasn't. Bond may have been the spy who loved me, but against Wick, he
This was
going
surprising,
to
though.
live and let die. And you can bet tomorrow never dies. Nailed it. Look, I just had to fit the last few.
Yeah, we ain't gotta keep watching this shit, dog. I'm done. I'm done.
Okay.
It's just like, you know, I know they gotta do the whole thing, like it's 70% out of whatever fucking, you know, how much they fight, but that shit was one-sided to begin with. Like, I don't like honestly, if I was watching this and wasn't doing a review,
you'd have been clicked off.
Myself, I would have clicked off as soon as I got done watching John Wick shit. I was like, is that it? I was like, yeah, got a minute of this is what he does. He fights, and he shoots guns, and he has protective clothing. That's it.
Yep.
Out of all this shit that homeboy got, you mean to tell me that he has a chance? No, bro. No. You could have cut out 75% of that shit, and he'd have still won.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I felt the same way. It's like I know usually I watch these videos beforehand sometimes, and you'd be like, don't do that for the video, but I didn't watch this one before today, but I just seen all the James Bond movies, so it's like I know what he has, and if they're gonna go with that versus John Wick, it's like, you can't. If James Bond would have got in the car, there's literally nothing John Wick can do. It's like you can't get him out, you can't blow the car up, you can't shoot it. Like, what the fuck?
What I was confused with is that he was shooting with the gun that does like the little spray things, but like it still doesn't. I don't see how that. I mean, unless it impacts first and then blows up.
Yeah. Well, how they explained it from the comic book, it's like in the video that when it hits one spot and then it breaks up like a fragmentation bullet, but it breaks up into 8 different things, and that shrapnel eats through the body like you hitting it with somebody with a shotgun.
But it breaks.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a secondary explosion. That still wouldn't have went through his body armor. If you got a fucking machine gun on a car that can't go through the
that gun wouldn't do shit.
Yeah, and that machine gun in the car has a way higher caliber. So a small little gun small little bullet that breaks up doesn't do anything. Yeah,
if anything, the gun it would have just been kinetic damage. You know, like the impact would have knocked him on his ass, but that car gun should have chewed through him. It's a mountain machine gun.
Yes.
So.
Oh, I don't know how he was able to get shot 3 times, unless like that was just for show in order to get them to the part where like, okay, he drops a chandelier on.
Yeah, it's visual to make the fight interesting. I mean, you have to show the car. It's you know that's why they do it in all the movies. Yeah. So
and that was so.
I thought that was going to be a whole lot better than what it was. I'll say that. Even the fight was like, But
now John Wick versus Gray Man. On the other hand.
You know, do it like that, or put somebody on his level. Let's say John Wick versus Jason Bourne. You know,
I know exactly who they can go against. So you need to do James Bond versus Inspector Gadget. That would have been a better fight. Yeah, Gadget versus Gadget. That would have been even. Even though Inspector Gadget definitely win that shit. I'm just saying. This motherfucker's a Swiss Army knife of whatever the fuck he needs.
It's a walking plot device. Go Gadget, win me the fight. But
a reverse Uno card, bitch. Wow, draw 4.
Go Gadget Uno card. I beat you now, Gadget. You know, I have Dr. Claw there playing Uno and shit, stroking his cat.
Go Gadget. You fought. Anyway, but like, I don't know. It just wasn't an even match. Like that was way too uneven for me. It was still okay.
Yeah, it was about half entertaining.
With the little intro, I was like, oh, that was kind of dope. But
yeah, I thought it was gonna be a whole lot better. But anyways, YouTube, what did you guys think of the fight? Did you guys love this video in comparison to the other ones like Homelander versus Omni-Man or some of the other big ones recently this year? Like, you know, let us know down in the comments below.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, look, if you answer that honestly and you actually like this better than Homelander, like you got like what do you watch? What do you do in your spare time that has you so bored with life where you think that this was such a good fight that you enjoyed it more than that?
They could they could be James Bond fans or John Wick fans and don't care about the boys and, you know, Omni-Man and all and Invincible.
Okay, so if you're a James Bond fan or you're a John Wick fan, did you actually enjoy this? Let us know that in the comments below, because all right. I'm not gonna believe you if you said you did.